All right, welcome back. We're here with sophomore Akhwari Smith. Akhwari is from Cibolo, Texas. He went to the famous Steele High School, very big high school. And we've had this conversation before, 3,000, 4,000 students in the high school. So it was a very big school. Welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you to have me.
So Akhwari's back for a second year. Tell me a little bit about what year one to year two. Difference between year one and year two, stuff like that.
I would say year one coming in, I didn't expect like all the stuff that I did. I told you I didn't expect the average that much more than high school. I feel like last year, we were unexperienced, so it's like we just come to hoop. This year, we're more experienced, so it's like we know like how to play, in a game situation and just knowing like what to do.
So let's talk about that. This is one of the things that we talk about a lot. You played a very well known high school, Steele High School, big high school. I think you said you were in that 13, 14 range. You come to Jackson, you're all the way up to 21 points a game. We put you in some great spots to score. Second team all conference, all academic team, all conference, all kinds of accolades and stuff like that. Tell me what was different from high school to college.
I feel like high school was like more like a system type. When I got here, it was like you let us play at times and make plays like for me to get like the shots that I wanted.
And it was kind of different because, I mean, I knew you were a good shooter on film. I knew you were a good shooter coming in. But when you got here on campus, it was like, okay, now we're going to be able to do stuff. Now we can run him off some double staggered screens. Now we can put him in some spots to be able to shoot the ball, get some open looks. And I think you capitalize that on the most part. But, I think that also comes along from a great work ethic. I know Dad works you out hard at home. It's kind of become a 12-month out of the year sport for you, and that's what it takes to get to that next level. So explain what it took to excel at that college level. To what's that work ethic like? Give me a little bit about your routine. What's it take every day?
I'll say wake up at 6 in the morning, train with my trainer, and then after that come back home. Then like around like 12, go back with my dad, get like shots up from deep range, getting used to the college line and all that, and then lift after that, and then come back home.
So we'll get to Dad in the whole workout thing because,
Yeah.
like I say, he's got a great workout routine for you and stuff like that. And I think he's been very instrumental in developing your game, being able to shoot from deep and stuff like that. Um, let's talk about first last year. Like I said, like we talked about before, you were all conference. You averaged 21 a game, all academic team, dean's list kid. Those kids don't come along too often to JUCO. You know what I mean? Those
Yeah.
kids aren't around too often. I mean, you're kind of like that total package. Why? Tell me why you come to Jackson County, Jackson College.
I
What
can't.
was?
I came here because like the repeated calls that you gave me, like it made me feel like
So I harassed you. Is that what it comes
I
down?
guess you could say that. It made me feel like yeah, this like a good choice. Cause it showed like you were showing like you really care and really want me to come here. So it was like, and I didn't like any other coach that called. They didn't call as many times as you did, or the FaceTime. That was new. FaceTime from coaches. It was new.
It's kind of because when I got this job, I wanted to make sure that we changed the culture first, set a great foundation. It was more of a culture-based program, bonds, and that's how we recruited in the beginning was those bonds. And you've been very close to my family and stuff, and we think that basically you're an extension of our family now. We have you over for Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So that whole bond and that culture, I think that's what it takes because as a coach, I got to be able to be hard on you. And there's times I am hard on you. There are times that I kind of let you go and stuff like that. But tell the difference in systems. I mean, we had talked about it with other players before. I kind of let you go here, and you mentioned it a little bit. I let you play a little bit, make plays. What was the difference? Was there a lot of structure in high school? Tell me what that was like.
I would say like a lot of church, but it was like sometimes be like very slow pace with you. We run, get it out and go. That's the main philosophy.
Yeah.
So back in high school, I feel like we didn't really get it out and go as we do in college. So it was like I think that's the difference.
And it is a different game. You're talking. It's easier to get out and go when you have a lot of athletes and a lot of basketball players than go. Let's move away from basketball a little bit. Let's talk about family. Dad's been a major role.
Yeah, dad, he put the ball in my hand since I was like 2 years old. My dad played basketball, football, track. Mom played volleyball, soccer and track. So I mean, basketball been like
Yeah.
my whole life.
Mom's a huge supporter.
Yeah, very.
Mom's a huge supporter.
Very.
Mom comes up from Texas, watches you play. I'll never forget the first time I met Mom. It was cold. She come up from Texas, and there was something happened where you were on a roll and you were shooting the ball well. You changed shoes, and I never forget her. You got to go back to the old shoes. I remember Mom, but Mom has been a big impact off the court. Just as much as Dad has been on the court. But I mean, you come from a great family that has a lot of support and stuff like that. Um, what's that like with that support? I mean, they didn't miss games. Dad tunes in every game that he can in YouTube when it's on YouTube. Tell me what that's like.
I mean, it feels great. Not a lot of people don't have that. So like to have like both my parents supporting and coming in watching the games every day, or sending me a pre-game text, it just feels like feel like a good support.
Great support system is huge. So let's talk about after college. I've gotten some great calls. I've talked to some great coaches. I've talked to some great coaches at the Division II level. I've talked to a couple coaches at the Division I level. Tell me a little bit about what you want to do after college. You want to get into that 4 years. What are you looking for in your next school?
So really, what I look at is like the communication with the coach, like how you did, like talk to me, stay in contact with me, and like how the team, gets along together, the bonding with it, and like overall, like the campus, like how the people around there get along.
What are you looking for in your next school? I mean, here we have a great bond. I mean, like I said before, you're an extension of my family. Um, what are you looking for in your next school? What are you looking for educationally? What are you looking for basketball? You want the same up tempo style? You want what
I
do
would
you?
say like the same up tempo sound. Like I like to get out and go, not slow pace. Education wise, I'm majoring in computer science. I want to be a cybersecurity analyst, so whoever has that.
Cybersecurity. I think that's a field that's never going to go away. It's always going to be around. But I think the greatest part of everything Akhwari is you're going to graduate. You're going to graduate in the spring, which is going to be big because then you're going to become immediately eligible to any Division I, Division II school. And not only are you going to graduate, but I mean, you're a Dean's List kid. What's your GPA? 3.7?
3.7.
3.7. So you're high basketball IQ, high academic IQ, and like I said before, those just don't come along at the junior college level. So I think you can go just about anywhere you want when it comes to that. But let's talk about travel. And we've had discussions about this. I don't think, and you're probably the best one to answer this. What do you want to do? Is travel anywhere? Would you play anywhere in the United States?
I'll play anywhere. You see, I came to Michigan, 20 hours away from home.
20 hours
Once
away.
I feel comfortable, like with coming here, and the connection with the coach, I'll be fine.
And you'll be fine. Okay, awesome. You're gonna major, like I said, you're gonna major in computer science, or excuse me, cybersecurity. That you want to do. When basketball's all done and over with, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years, 15 years?
Say have a stable job in cybersecurity. Maybe have a wife, some kids, I guess, and that's it.
Awesome, awesome. And it doesn't matter where you live.
No matter where I live.
So I can maybe keep you in Michigan, maybe keep you on staff.
Maybe.
So, and that's one of the goals that I had when I was young. I thought I wanted to get to the Big Ten and coach. Have you ever seen yourself being a coach?
I had never seen that.
Is that just because young and you're still in your playing days?
Probably, yeah.
So I want to finish with this real quick because your dad and I have conversations. I'll get messages from him on Twitter. He'll text me and stuff like that. I want to finish with the work ethic that he has instilled in you and stuff like that. Tell me a little bit about what you and Dad did. I know you said, back at noon, extending range and threes. Tell me a little bit about that work ethic because not everybody has the same work ethic as you. I can guarantee you that.
So I would say, like, my dad, like back in high school, he was a hard worker, like in the gym 24/7. So, like, he brought that on to me. So, like, I'm always in the gym with him, getting shots. So, no matter what the drills, in the weight room with him, on the Vertimax, it's just everyday thing with him.
So I want to finish with this, all right? And you get picked on a little bit on our team, all right? You get a whole lot of fast breaks, and we cannot get you to dunk the basketball. You say you work out on Vertimax, all right? Before you leave Jackson College, are we going to see an Akhwari Smith dunk on a break?
Yes, you will.
All
I
right,
promise.
so we'll at least get one break.
Yes,
one
I
break.
promise.
All right. Akhwari Smith from Cibolo, Texas, and Steele High School.